Hey, this is Joe Hubbard from joehubbardbassvideos.com, and welcome to Advanced Bass. This particular lesson is on modern rhythmic concepts, so with that in mind, grab your bass and let's get started. Rhythmic phrasing plays a vital role in improvised music. However, there's many bass players that don't ever consider what or how they're playing rhythmically, and a lot of it just gets left up to chance. Think about it. How much time do you spend proportionately between arpeggios, scales, and rhythmic phrasing? What we're going to do in this lesson is take a rhythmic motif of a quarter note followed by 2/8 notes and develop this idea melodically and harmonically over a blues progression. We're also going to check out how we can start this 2-beat rhythmic pattern on different beats of the bar using a technique called rhythmic displacement. When working through this etude, keep in mind that you need to be able to understand where the beats are within the form of the blues. The only way to hear this properly is to start counting the quarter notes while you play the etude. This is challenging, so you have to allow yourself some time in getting this right. Many who have tried this have the propensity to give up and say, I can play it as long as I'm not counting. But 9 times out of 10, the result is filled with uncertainties with the syncopation and the form. So to own it, you have to be able to count it and play it at the same time. Many of my drummer friends tell their students, if you can't say it, then you can't play it. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what I want you to notice about this is how we're taking this rhythmic motif of a quarter note followed by 2/8 notes, and then we're able to move that and place that on different beats of the bar. In the first 4 bars, it's predominantly falling on beat 1. And what we're doing is we're using a little 8th note pickup into that motif, so it creates a 3-beat pattern that we're able to move around, and later on you're going to see how this creates a poly or cross rhythmic idea of 3 against 4 by placing it on different beats of the bar. So if we look at the first bar, we're just putting that right on the downbeat. Then the second bar, then the third bar. And then in bar 4, what you were doing is we're taking that same motif and then we're adding some notes to the original phrase, and this is using a technique called addition. So at the end of bar 4 of the first line, what we're doing is introducing the technique of rhythmic displacement, and this leads us nicely into the second line. So we're taking that motific pattern of quarter note 2/8 notes, and we're starting that on beat 4 of bar 4, which is then going to carry us into bar 5 and 6, and we're going to create this kind of poly cross rhythmic thing because the phrase is going to start moving through the different places of the bar. So if we take this from the bar 4, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what happens is that motif is falling on beat 4 of bar 4, but then it again repeats itself on beat 3 of bar 5, and then beat 2 on bar 6. And that kind of then cycles it around, so when we go into bar 7 and 8, we're then back to the downbeat. In the last 4 bars, some more displacement occurs starting on bar 9, where I'm taking the motif and playing it on beat 1 and then beat 4. So if we do that on 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then what this does is then carries us back into those last 2 bars where the emphasis goes back to the downbeats of the bar. Okay, now it's time for you to try it. Notice how using these simple rhythmic motific phrases can enable you to develop your ideas and in turn expand the content that you're improvising with. You know, there's a lot of bass players that end up playing everything they know in one chorus of music. Does that sound familiar? If you've enjoyed this lesson, then you should consider joining the Lesson Lounge over at joehubbardbassvideos.com, where I'm currently running a mini course on motific development. You can join for as little as $50 a month and receive tons of cool bass lessons that will take your playing into a whole new dimension. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.